In this video, we're going to take a look at our feature engineering or data preparation workflow. The goal of this workflow is to enrich our data, or to calculate statistics which are not currently available in the data to improve our modeling. Some of this will be based on the exploratory data analysis we did earlier, where we discovered new statistics that may be relevant for modeling in the future. The goal of this workflow is to create these statistics listed here: the frequency, recency, age, country, average days between, average number of projects, canceled inventory count, average total inventory amount, sum total inventory amount, and the customer unique product count. While this workflow may look confusing at first, it is essentially following the same steps in many different ways to produce each of these statistics. Let's follow one of these lines so that we can get a better understanding of how the process works. To start with, we are loading in our data on the left. We are dropping the rows with null values. We are dropping duplicate rows, and then we are casting multiple data types to a single type. This is to ensure that we have the correct data types before we start our calculations. Next, we are moving our strings to date so that, again, we have the correct data types. And now we will follow the line following node number 23 here. First, we are grouping the data by the customer ID and invoice number. This will give us a distinct count of the stock codes. After that, we are grouping the data by the customer ID, and then we are using the aggregate operation average. This is to produce the average number of distinct stock codes for each customer. After that, we are casting the data to again ensure that we have the correct data types. And then after that, we are renaming the columns so that we are sure of what we are doing in the future or what work was done. This will make the work easier to read and easier to use in the future. Finally, after producing this statistic, all of the nodes feed into this join using SQL node. This is where we join all of our previously split up datasets into one dataset again. After that, we are using the coalesce node. The coalesce node essentially pulls together different splits of data into a single partition. Because Sparkflows uses distributed computing, while you are working on a dataset, it is split up into multiple sets. That way it is easier to work on, and it can be parallelized when it is run. After the coalesce node, we are then saving to two different file types. We are saving to Parquet, and we are saving to CSV. Now we can be sure that we are using the correct dataset, and it has been enriched with the features that we want to improve our modeling. We can now load this data from the machine into our next workflow for modeling. Thank you for listening.